Hello and welcome back with me. I'm not joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command. As always, we are back from our camping trip, so welcome back to myself. Hello everyone once again. Thank you for sticking with me over the last, 3 days? But yeah, I had a very good time. I'm a little bit sunburnt as it has been relatively sunny in the UK where I've been. And yeah, so let's jump straight in. So as promised, we're going to be talking about the Holodeck today, which is this building here. We talked about a couple of I Spy moments, which is for this spot and that spot. Go check that video out. Link will, pop up, banner or something will be up there somewhere. But yeah, we're going to talk about the holodeck. We're going to talk about the pack that currently relates to it, whether it's worth it, whether it's not worth it, whether, and what my general thoughts are about this building and how they want to go forward with regards to this building. But first of all, we're going to start with make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's check out what they have to say about it in this description once again. So this was the pack. Is it in here? No, that's just the event. So they're taking it down. We'll have a look in a second on their actual patch release notes. But for the time being, in-game wise, what we want to do is go to that. Okay. So we're going to go into here. So yeah, when you look inside here, this I presume is where they want to release all of the new missions, regardless to what they're for, related to, or anything like that. They want to release them in here under their own tab of designation. Strange New Worlds, for example, we've had come up twice now for obviously 4 different mission sets. Hopefully you've done them because there are obviously rewards for completing all of them. But even the Borg Outlaws original series, Next Generation, and Discovery have their own mission sets. But you need, for example, buffer pattern buffer for the Borg missions. You need them for basically everything. In here, they all require this pattern buffer to be able to unlock the mission set, to be able to do the missions. And then you can obviously pick and choose which mission sets you do or want to do to be able to obviously go through the missions once again or get the rewards from the missions if you remember what they did last time. The big problem I have with that is at the moment, if we go to the store itself, the pay store that is, you can get pattern buffer on the holodeck missions for $18.49 if you do it through their website. And you get 2,000. So that'll get you either 1 mission or potentially 2, depending on which one you obviously want to do. Bunch of other stuff that are completely irrelevant for this topic, but you get this pattern buffer. I personally don't think it's very worth it because it doesn't give you an outline of what you potentially can get from these missions, as that's all you get given. If there's a little icon, like a little eye, to tell you what rewards you could gain from completing all of the mission sets, you could then work out which mission sets were the best value for money or the best sort of ones to do. Certainly because I personally can't remember what the rewards are from these missions. Obviously, there are only one available. So you could do this one, for example, and you could do that one for that. Obviously, the price of $18.49 on their store or probably at Google Play Store or whatever else you go on. But yeah, I personally do. At the moment, this is the only way to get them as far as I'm aware. And I don't see it being very good value for money when you don't know what the value of these missions are. Therefore, it's sort of a guessing game, which is not ideal because certainly I'm not in the sort of guessing game business. I don't like to just throw my money away down the drain due to the fact that, they've got a mission set that is quite interesting. Regardless to whether it being interesting or not, I'm just not going to throw my money away personally. So let's read up. I finally got it up. So I'm going to read up now on essentially what they said in the patch release notes with regards to this building and with regards to moving forward with the missions and stuff like that. So they said the holodeck is a new station building for commanders level 15 plus. That when unlocked allows you to take on missions from the most beloved previous released arcs. Launching with the holodeck, there will be 60 plus missions to choose from. All of the different factions I stated. Completed missions in a holodeck will provide commanders with shards to unlock Reginald Barclay. And that's all they've stated about it. The problem is there's nowhere it says in there whether it's going to be a completely pay-to-play aspect, whether it's going to be a free-to-play aspect. Obviously, there is free-to-play elements about it, i.e. this arc's missions were in there, which are completely free. So there is that element to it as well. So it is technically free-to-play, but if it's only free-to-play for the current arc that's running, that's not entirely free-to-play. And it seems at the moment that seems to be the case, where most of the mission sets in there seem to be pay to play as such, and then i.e. the older mission sets from the other arcs, and then any current up-to-date missions will be essentially free to play because they'll be part of the arc itself, part of the mission sets and stuff like that. The mission set for today, for example, was part 2 of the SMS. Should be able to do this to get another completionist reward. And you needed to do 1 to 5 in the breakthrough mission, which was pretty easy, if I'm honest. Didn't have to do much really to overall to be able to complete that. And then there's been a few other missions today that have been pretty good, I would say. So for example, the maxed out, this has been very good. It's not very hard to achieve, and the top reward is very, very good in my opinion. A lot of pastille, a lot of exonic chips to go towards obviously the exocomp things. Easiest way to do this, me personally, I use the Ceratops overscoring. So if you use the destroy hostiles while supported, i.e. using the Ceratops, you get ×2. And I was hitting, I believe, level 41s and level 40s. So I was getting basically anywhere from about 7 to 12,000 points per hit. So like I say, it didn't take very long to get this maxed out. And if you do it with your dailies, again, very easy to do. But you can use the exocomps and you get half a times bonus. So again, not horrendously bad. If I'm honest, it's okay. But yeah, so then we've got the ticket events as usual. Not going to dwell on them. Armada event, which I'm just about to finish, but you have got an extra day to do this. So again, this is very easy. Me personally, I've completed it today by just doing uncommon 39s. So suggest you do the same if you haven't got obviously the rare or the epic sort of directives. Just use uncommons. Doesn't take very long. It takes you like a day, obviously, if you space it out throughout the whole day. And again, the top rewards are incredibly good. They seem to be pushing a hell of a lot of pastille on people, which is a good thing because once you get up to sort of my late 30s / into the 40s, you do need a lot of pastille for the buildings, as they are incredibly expensive. Let's just show you if we have one available. Let's have a look on this deck here. So as you can see, just this dry dock to upgrade to level 39, you're looking at 637.9 million, which is incredibly high amount of pastille. And that's only to level 39. So you can imagine going to level then 40, level 50, so on and so on. I don't think we can look because of the ops building. Yeah, so we can't look because of the ops building. But you can imagine how high this is going to get. Again, shipyard 717 million, which is again very, very high. So you need a lot of pastille, and I feel like they are pushing more and more pastille onto us, which is again a good thing. Let me know your opinions down below. Let me know what your thoughts are with regards to the holodeck building. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What would you change? What would you do differently? I personally would have it free to play because at the end of the day, it's just missions. Obviously, there should be an event where you can earn the tokens to earn the missions, and then you can go back and do the missions. But there definitely needs to be at least a little information tab of some form letting you know what exact rewards you're getting from their mission sets, because otherwise, how the hell do you make a informed decision of what missions to do based on a complete guess, unless you remember what obviously the missions gave you last time, unless they've updated it. But how the hell do we know? So I personally think there needs to be at least an information thing to tell you exactly what you need or what you receive from that mission set. Other than that, hope you've enjoyed this episode as always, and hit that subscribe button once again. I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.